Okay, good evening and welcome. My name's Adele, for anyone that doesn't know me, and this is Live to Dance EU. That's my dance business. Hopefully you've come to me because you were looking for a practice session. This evening's practice session is an intermediate salsa on one. I can see there's a few people just starting to get logged in. So if you're watching this live, that's great. There's a little comment section down the side. Depending on the device that you're watching it on, you may be able to see the comment section quite clearly on a PC or a laptop. The smaller the device, the less you're actually able to see the comment section, but you should still be able to hopefully type in there. Feel free to ask any questions as we go through. I've sort of planned this class today to replace what would normally be a monthly practice session that we run for all of our students. We normally do a once a month 3-hour free practice session. So anyone that comes to our regular classes in person comes along, we practice our partner work as well. But a lot of us are going to be at home without anyone to dance with. So we've just planned this so that it's working on things that you can do on your own. If you came earlier on and you tried the improvers one, then you might find this a bit challenging, but by all means give it a go. If you're watching it on a recording, you can obviously slow the recording down. There's the little settings function on YouTube where you could actually slow it down, pause, rewind, and look at everything. So I do go normally at quite a pace with my intermediate class, and my normal class is 2 hours with my intermediates. We do a 15-20 minute warm-up, we do spinning drills, we do balance exercises, we look at partner work obviously, and footwork. So there's a lot crammed in, and I'm only going to be doing 60 minutes just now, but I will again try and pack as much as I can in for you. I am hugging my cup of tea again. This is the third class today that I've done. My voice is going a little bit. Don't worry, it's nothing untoward other than the fact I've literally been talking, doing these presentations all day, and it's absolutely freezing here. And in between classes, I was outside doing a few bits in the garage, and it's freezing. So I've just come in, trying to warm up. Right, I think we're ready to go. We've got a few people there online. Make sure that you have plenty of space. I mean, you know, this is how it is. Most of us are stuck at home. I'm running my dance studio. It's a little bit of floor cleared in the living room. Watch anything with sharp corners. Make sure you're not going to fall over everything, and just watch your space. You can see I've got notes, and this is it. So nobody's standing on ceremony today. Music's going on. There's going to be 3 songs for the warm-up. They're just going to play continuously. I will build up from our beginner steps, our improver steps, onto what I would normally include in my intermediate classes, and then we'll go on from there. There'll be some periods where we'll dance without music. I'll be breaking things down and then going back to the music. And I hope you enjoy this and have some fun. I'm going to face the front, so it's a lot easier for you to see. You don't need to be trying to work out mirror image. Start with your back step. I'm dancing on 1 with the man's timing. 4 more. Side. Tap. Forwards basic, just forwards. Alternating feet. Now your mambo, forward to back. Sides. close and you cross. Mambo. Now take your mambo to the corners. These should be very easy. Most salsa teachers use all the same steps for their basic warm-up. Four walks forwards. And again, 4 walks. Keep going with your basic. I'm going to put one extra light on. It's getting a bit dark in here. I do apologise. Give me a right turn. And a left turn. Side basic. We tap 3, 7, 3, 7. Basic. Now we're going to walk 6 fast steps. Tap it back. Again, 6 quick. Tap. Little shimmy. Side push. Remember, we're just defrosting. And open. Change the hands. Okay, second track coming up. Let's take the glare off the screen. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, second song. Basic. Now side again. Cross over. Overturn. And basic. We've got our New York flair. Let's take it forwards. Basic. And again, New York flair. Let's go. Right turn, left turn. And again, right turn, left turn. That one's quick. Side basic. Now, side basic into a right or a left spin. Take a look. Prep. turn, prep, turn, basic. And again, prep, turn, prep, turn. Don't forget your squatting. And mambo. These are all our beginners and prover moves. I'm not breaking these down, I broke these down in the earlier classes. If it's too much, don't panic, go back and view the other videos. Give me Susie cues. Now we travel. Basic. Next one is tap tap Susie. Basic. Next one, Susie Q, tap. Basic. There and back, forward, forward, back, back. Susie Q, step, step. Try and stay on your spot. Basic. Good, second song coming up, third song even. Okay, one layer coming off. Ooh, it's still freezing. Okay, we're going to do the bow tie, double front tap. We're going to do round the world, and LA shuffle, and a little mambo flair. Mambo first. Now we tap on 4. This time tap on 8. Both this time. Basic. Now we mambo flair on 7. Around the world. Basic. Right turn, left turn, 1 bar. Again, right left. Now, 2 side basics, 2 spins. Again, side, 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 side. We tap. Basic. Give me the LA shuffle. Forwards, back, Susie Q. Forwards, back, Susie Q. Once more each way. Basic. Now bow tie, double front tap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tap. Again. Tap. Last time. Basic. Give me a double right. Double left, 8 counts. And again, double right, 8 counts. Then my double left. Okay, so grab a little bit of water or tea if you're still trying to defrost like me. Hope you're okay. If anyone wants to type any comments, I'm just going to test this out. This will say hi. Okay, you can see that there. Don't forget to ask questions. Again, if that's a little bit too fast, don't panic. Obviously, I'm working at intermediate level in this class. You can challenge yourselves. Put it on slow replay and pause where you need to. Everyone okay? Okay, I'm going to move on. So one of the next exercises that we do in our intermediate practice sessions, my team love. We do some balance exercises, and these are really good for strengthening. They're also good for starting us off with spinning. Okay, so you'll see what's going to happen. We're actually going to be working on balance and spin training at the same time. So if you need to, and I would suggest that you do at the beginning, find something to hold on to. A wall will do it. Doesn't even need to be anything like a piece of furniture. You can just lightly put fingertips on the wall or a closed door. Please make sure it's nothing that's going to fall over. I have the fireplace here, which is quite handy. And we're just going to do some exercises for raising and lowering, opening our feet. So we're going to do some in parallel. We're going to do some in first position. That's with my heels together, feet turned out. We're going to do some in second position here. Okay, and because this is the intermediate class, we're also going to do some in an open fourth position. Okay, so for anyone that's done ballet, you'll know that fourth position is one in front and one behind, open position. Okay, and we're going to do that where we're going to be crossed behind. So there's quite a few there where we're going to test our balance and see what happens. The next two songs, okay, are Tabata tracks. So normally used for workout. Means that we're going to do 20 seconds of the exercise, 10 seconds of rest, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do next. You'll see me do them sideways, and then I'll turn to the camera where appropriate so you can get the best view. Okay, I've got a question coming in. Oh, I got a beginner on there. Hi. Okay, Fem, you are absolutely welcome. Welcome to the class. So we've got beginners, improvers, intermediate. In my normal classes, I do beginners level 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I do improvers level 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I do intermediate, 6 levels of intermediate. Okay, so we are roughly working today on what would be intermediate level 1 to 3. Every teacher has a slightly different way of categorizing their classes. Absolutely, I appreciate that. But just give you a rough idea. So if this is all absolutely new, do not panic. Check out some of the other videos. I'm starting to upload a number. We've already done some improvers. We did a beginners one last Friday. Just look it up on the playlist on the YouTube channel there, and you can find something that's more appropriate. But keep going. I'm very impressed. Okay. Now imagine you're ballet dancers. That's all I need you to do. You're ballet dancers, and we're going to be ballet dancers just for the next 8 minutes. These are going to burn, by the way. Okay, just like to warn you now. They're going to burn.
Welcome to the bad.
Unless you're my usual team, where you know what's going to happen, we bring feet in parallel. My heels are on the floor. Small, up and down. Nothing crazy. Here. Flat feet. My legs are together. Tuck under my tailbone. Pull my tummy in. We shouldn't need to balance on the side for this one. Nice and easy. Same thing. First position, small plie. You can take your ballet arms if you feel like it.
3, 2.
This is going to help us in our salsa in a minute. We use the plie position in so many parts of our salsa.
3, 2, 1, break.
Second position. Nice and wide, feet turned out. Here we go. If you need to hold on, do so. Tuck in the tailbone. Nice straight back. Next set, we're going to do the same 3 sets of exercises on the balls of our feet. So feet in parallel, feet together. Feet together.
3, 2,
up.
1.
Now
go.
stay up on the balls of the feet and do the small squat. Nice straight back. On the balls of the feet. This is getting us balanced. We need to be on the balls of our feet lots in salsa. Okay, you might have guessed it. We're going to take that first position. Feet turned out. We're going to rise up onto the balls of the feet. And then we're going to be lowering. Big ballet. It's for the legs and the arms. And the ankles. And the calves. Doesn't matter what you look like. No one can see you.
3, 2, 1, break.
Same thing. Open up. Second position. Feet turned out. Tailbone in.
3, 2,
come up.
1, go.
Squat. There we go.
Break.
Good. This time, stay second position. I'm going to bring one heel up. Here I go.
3, 2,
one flat, one heel up. Using different muscles now. This is all part of our warm-up and all part of our practice. Lots of things to do from home. Don't worry if you can't get out there and do salsa with a partner.
3, 2, 1, break.
Best thing is solo exercises. Get confident on your own. You'll be so much better when you actually get to dancing with a partner. I promise.
3, 2,
Other heel.
go.
I got back off the camera. Apologies. Now, for this one, I would recommend holding on, okay? I'm going to tuck one leg up and
Welcome
I'm
to
going to
the
rise
back
up and down on the supporting leg. It doesn't have to look pretty, just keep that leg out of the way.
3, 2,
Here we go, up
1,
and down.
go.
Up, down, up. One leg doing all the work. Now, it's taking all your weight. So consider how much you weigh. Now think about all the work that leg's doing.
3, 2, 1, break.
Good. We're going to switch over legs. I'm still turned out, but I'm switching legs.
3, 2,
And again.
1, go.
Smile. You might find you've got some cramps coming. If you've got cramps, take a moment, take some water, try going into the stretch that will release the cramp. It's probably likely to be in your calf.
3, 2, 1, break.
You're going to love me now. So feet together. Now take a
3,
look.
2, 1, go.
Down, heels up, stand, lower. Down, heels up, stand, lower. I'm in parallel. Down, heels up, stand, lower. Down, heels up, stand,
2,
lower.
break.
Step away from your support. We're going to try that again. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Down, up, stand, lower. Down, heels up, stand, lower. Down, heels up, stand, lower. Down, heels up, stand,
2,
lower.
break.
How are we doing? Defrosting.
Three,
Feet
2,
wide.
1, go.
Down, heels up, stand, lower. Down, heels up, stand, lower. If you can, go without your support.
Three, 2, 1, break.
You can move in the break.
3, 2,
And again.
1, go.
Down, up, stand, lower. Down, up, stand, and lower. I'm in parallel.
Three, 2, 1, break.
Last one coming up. Open up again.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, break.
Now, little wiggle, little shake. Give everything a wiggle.
3, 2, 1, go.
Squeeze. Lift and lower. My arch is turned out. Switch legs. Squeeze the inner thigh, tailbones tucked. I'm nice and strong.
3, 2, 1, stop.
Good. So that should be warm now, okay? So a lot of what we do in the intermediate class is getting warmed up correctly. Right, let's crack on with some spins, okay? So we did these in the first part of the warm-up. We're going to build on them. So we did side and together. I step side, prep, land, okay? All 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. So that's our initial side spin prep. We're also going to do this one. Rock, return, open. Okay, so I'm still coming to a side prep position, but not from a forwards facing start. So I'm not going 1, I'm going with a forwards basic. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to spin 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so there's a lot going on there. I'm taking the side preparation. I'm also doing the spin and I'm changing legs at the end to get the tap and the point, okay? So let's look at that again. I go with my left foot, 1, 2, open. Replace the weight, there's my 5. 6, 7, I'm spinning. And then I land with my left foot, get my balance. I then transfer onto my right and point, okay? So as I finish the turn, it's down. Then I'm going down point, okay? So it's still step, 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 and step, step, step. Oh, another question. Neelab, hi. Hi, haven't seen you for a few weeks. It's crazy not being able to see anyone in the studio. Don't forget, these are our free sessions. I'm delivering these on YouTube, and they're just delivery, just me showing you everything. If you book in any of my other classes, if you do feel like it, they're fully interactive. So we're using Zoom, two-way communication. I can see you, you can see me. We've got the chat going, everything as close as possible to being in the normal classes. But for these ones, these are just me showing you what we need to do. Let's go again. Over to the side. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, go. Now, when you're doing this with children, do not forget, children are very good at picking up everything really quickly, okay? So the older we get, the harder we normally find to retain the information, okay? And it takes us a bit longer to learn. So if you're doing this with a nice young person, don't get frustrated because they're going to pick it up 5 times as fast as we are, okay? So that's my warning. Now, let's do that once more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. There I am. Okay, my left foot's ready to go. So I'm going to take it across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, there's a lot going on there in that bar. Okay, now don't worry, my routines aren't very long. Okay, I have noticed some of the teachers on the classes that are online, they tend to teach something, it becomes very long. It's more of a memory game. Mine are a little bit shorter. And then we do them with the music, and then we try something else. You don't have to remember every single one, okay? So we're going tap, 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 kick, back, and over we go. Now let's look at the timing. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's like a little cha-cha, okay? A little cha-cha-cha to the side. It's quick, okay? I'm going to use all 8 counts. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If I've got ladies watching, extend the hip and have a little bit of an arch in your side. So you kind of want to go arch and lead with the hip. Gentlemen, you may not want to lead with the hip, so you might just want to do the cha, cha, cha. I leave the styling up to you. Remember, styling's personal. You can look at every teacher. You can wonder how on earth does that happen. Your body will not move the same way as anyone else's. Your body is yours, okay? So the way my body moves, completely different to yours. You've got to find what you like. Do you like your arms going out? Do you hate to put your arms out? Would you rather just keep them here and keep them balanced? Okay, do you want to just look strong? Do you want to look floaty? It's entirely up to you, okay? Every style of salsa is different. You've got to pick little bits up from everywhere. Look in a mirror, okay? My number one piece of advice, take your practice in front of a mirror. I have a small mirror here. It's not very wide, but it does the job, okay? Do it in front of the mirror. If it looks awful and you like it, work on it. I mean, if you like the move, but it just looks awful now, keep working, keep practicing. If you don't like the move and you don't like what it looks like, leave it out. You don't have to do it. Right, let's go. First of all, we're going to do one mambo and then we're going to break to the side. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, break. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I like to extend my arms out, okay, as I'm doing a side hip action. So I'll kind of go from in and I'll go cha, cha, cha. Okay, I'll go sideways. You can see that. I'm going cha, cha, cha. Now, my room's not very big. I'm very tall. I'm about 1 inch or so from my ceiling. And when I do this, I'm taking up nearly all the space, as you can see. So do be conscious of where your arms are going. You might find that my hands are slightly off your screen. Okay, when my hands are out at the end of an extension, they're generally doing something like this. somewhere down or maybe somewhere out. I'm imagining I'm holding an egg, okay? Holding the egg, and they extend. So they go in, open, out, in, open, out. Loads more to do on styling on another occasion. We've got lots of weeks of this. Every Friday there's going to be free sessions going out, so do not panic. And if anyone wants to request a specific type of class for a Friday, please email me, message me, do something, okay? All the Friday sessions will be free for as long as I can get them on there and do them on the YouTube. So we'll try and do all the Friday sessions for free. We're teaching Monday to Thursday, 4 classes per day. They're all on the booking system. But these ones, I'm just going to get as many practice sessions on. Right, let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cha cha cha. Sorry, I counted the numbers wrong for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Apologies. If with the intermediate class in the future you would like to go for longer, do let me know. Like I say, I like to normally do 90 minutes or a 2-hour slot with the intermediates because I feel I have so much information to give you, and 60 minutes is like that. Okay? Now, let's add on another bar. So we've done a mambo, we've done the break, we've done the open for the spin, we've gone out with the point, we've done the tap in, and we've done cha, cha, cha. My weight is on my left, which means my next step is starting on the 1 with my right. Okay, so I'm on the opposite side of the bar. I'm on the 1 on my right. I'm going to transfer here, hip, and if I've got gentlemen watching, you don't want to transfer with the hip, just go to the side, okay? And it's going to be more like a slide. So as far as the space will allow you, slide, okay? Just be conscious of your space. So I finished here, 7 and 8, slide. I'm going to extend that through the 1, 2, 3, okay? Plenty of time to chill out. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Now from here, I'm going to go 5, 6, 7. Okay, just a little crossing behind. 5, 6, 7. And again, 5, 6, 7. Let's do the whole thing so far. All of the bars we've done. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, break. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. I so put the wrong foot out. I apologise. Let's go slowly. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Get myself confused with the routine I did earlier. Do apologise. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now from here, I'm going to take my right foot again. I'm on the 1, and I'm going to do a little, let me move away from that mirror. Okay, I'm here, and on my 1 now, I'm going to go over to my side. So I'm going to be doing just a little pointing step and a little kicking step, and then we'll be back onto the correct foot in a minute. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to step it over, going to point it out, going to swoosh it round, hook it in, turn, 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 and then my legs are still hooked and twisted. Okay, now a little tip about that. I'll do it again in a minute. A little bit of tip. When we do a hook turn, we get a foot and we put it behind. And at the point at which we're turning, our weight is coming up into the balls of the feet. That's why we had to do lots of those balls of the feet exercises. Pivot, 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 pivot. My legs actually haven't moved off their spot. Okay, I need to come into the balls of the feet because otherwise, if I don't, this is what would happen. Twist, twist, twist. I can only go so far. One toe would get onto the back of the heel. I couldn't go any further. So I have to be on the balls of the feet. And then I come around, okay? We would naturally send our weight into the back leg, okay? Our bodies naturally want to do that. I need to resist that for the purposes of salsa and normally end with the weight in the front leg after the twist, okay? So it's normally cross, pivot, 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 and the weight is in the front leg. Okay, so that's normally what we would do for salsa. However, I am going to change that, and so just in case anyone's saying, why is she doing that? That's not what we normally do. Okay, so salsa version is normally this: cross, twist, 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 twist. Weight will end in the front leg. I want to end with the weight on my back leg. Okay, it makes very little difference in terms of style. It's just the fact that we want to come back onto our left foot for the next bar. Okay, so I'm back here and the weight will be in the back leg. So let's just look at that again. I've tapped it over, I've swooshed it round, I've pivoted, 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 and I would normally land on my front leg. I'm going to land on my rear leg. Okay, so there's no weight on my front leg, and that one can go off now and do the next thing. Let's go very, very slowly. Okay, very, very slowly. If anyone missed the first bit, we were talking about balls of the feet, heels, and twisting and opening out. Okay, let's go really slowly. One basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 across. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Okay. Hopefully we're all good so far. Let's just do that a little bit again. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Or 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, round, twist, 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 land with the weight in the back. Okay, and again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My left foot's now ready to go. Okay, one moment. Let's do the whole thing with a numbers track. This is the numbers track that allows us just to hear the numbers, so I don't need to count it, and then I can focus on actually getting the moves correct for you. Here we go. A basic. Keep going with the basic.
Ready, and
let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And again, watch the space. And let's go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Basic.
7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Let's go.
7.
Start this side. Keep running out of room. One more basic. Here we go. Right forwards. Hopefully we're there. Right. Questions.
1,
table.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, we just had a comment come in there. Just joining in now after a long day of sitting on the dining room table, on the dining table all day. Now, I'm going to assume that you mean that you were working from home and that you were having to sit at the dining table all day and your back is killing you. I'm hoping that you weren't just sitting on top of the dining table. But hey ho, strange times at the moment. Okay, let's add on just a tiny little bit, one more bar, and then we'll do it with some proper salsa music, okay? So we finished here, we did the little tap, little sweep, twist, 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 twist. I let the weight go into the back leg rather than the front leg, and my left leg is ready to go now, okay? So I'm going to be doing a little step, tap, step, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from here, I'm going to do a little break forwards. 5, turn to the back, 6, and then 7, 8. Okay, so let's break that bit down. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is technically a right turn with a little bit of a spin at the end, okay, and it's 2. So I'm doing here 5, 6, okay, so I've stepped the first half around, okay, so now I've only actually got to do 1.5 spins, okay, so rather than doing 2 full spins, I've stepped the first part. So I've gone 5, 6, okay, so I'm now starting to twist power into the leg. I'm going to turn, and as I turn, I'm going to find my front, which is where I'm going to spot. So my first part is to here, spot in, and then that's where I'm going to spot from because that's where I need to end up. Then I continue my spin and finish, okay? Let's do that actually all the way through. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's quite challenging, especially if you're not used to doing as many spins in such a short space of time. Do step it through, do turn the feet out. The important thing when you get to here is that you turn the foot out. If you turn the foot out, and again, this is why we were practicing all those exercises, ballet exercises, the more that your feet feel comfortable being turned out, the more you will do it naturally. Okay, so rather than being straight forwards, you will naturally start the turn out on your own and it will feel more comfortable. In standing terms, it gives me the balance. Okay, I always talk about the tightrope. If I was to be given a tightrope, I would not be stepping on top of the tightrope like this. Okay, not going to happen. Okay, you see them in the circus, feet are turned out. Okay, the arches of the feet are across the tightrope. Yes, the arches are squeezing like this on the tightrope. Feet are turned out, so that gives us far more balance. Okay, same in the turn. Number 1, it gives us balance, but number 2, it means I've already started to turn where the foot's turned out. Okay, so we go 5, 6. I'm not just stepping forwards to the back, I'm turning that foot out. Okay, and then I'm going to go for the spin. So I'm going to power, 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 spot, and land. Now I'll do that sideways on so you can see here. It's forwards, place. I've got to do 1.5 and land. Okay, take some practice. We need to go back to the beginning of the routine before I forget the whole thing. So let's go basic. Or 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. We stepped across. 1, 2, prep. 5, 6, and 7. There's our flare. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Little slide. 1, 2, 3. Enjoy the time. 5, 6, 7. I transferred my weight over 1. Tapped across on 2. Rondade round. 3, 4. Turn, 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 turn. 5, 6, 7. And now I'm into that last bar. Step, tap, step, tap. Turn, turn, spin, land. And breathe. Oh, another question. No more questions at the moment. Feel free to ask. Okay, let's do that little bit quicker with the numbers, and then I will put some salsa music on. If you're joining halfway through, do go back at some point and look at all the warm-up and the exercises we did.
6, 7, 1, 2.
Are we ready? Basic.
Ready, and
Stepping over.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7.
I quite like putting my leg out at the end of a spin. It gives it a little bit of extra flair, but it's up to you. You don't have to.
1, 2, 3.
Here we go, to the side.
6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7.
Basic.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7.
Six.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Here we go.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7.
Basic. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7.
Okay, let's put it to some salsa music. There we go. And then the last thing before we finish is one of my spin challenges. Here we go. Basic. Let's go. Basic. Let's go. And again. Oh, this is usually the time when I stop and I see what everybody else is up to, and you keep dancing, but hey, I can't see you guys. Everyone's still okay. Good. Okay, so hopefully that's given you a few ideas. I'm going to give you one little piece of footwork, which you might not see that often, which is just a nice little one. If your knees are okay and you're all right for a little bit of a jump, not too much, but a little bit, think of jumping jacks. Boom, boom. Okay, but I'm doing jumping jacks with my feet turned out. So out and in and out and in. Okay, these are quite useful because we can add these in. Everyone's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? 1, 3, 5, 6. Little tap on 7. Okay, and we can go again. That's one example. I'm going to turn around and face the front. So these little hopscotch type jumps, whichever foot you land at the front, just be conscious of the foot that you want to use next, okay? Because we would normally land at the front with the foot that we don't want to do, bring the foot from behind that we want to use next, okay? So for example, I was here, okay, and my left foot's at the back, I bring my left foot through, okay? So that might not be what I want to do. I might want to do it the opposite way, so I need to land with my left at the front, okay? And then I'd be going boom, boom, boom. So if, for example, I did 1, 3, I can do the pony steps forwards, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they're quite nice little steps. You can also use this little hopscotch jumping jack to go out, in, and then twist. Okay, so moving on from what we did before, you might want to just do a boom, boom, twist. So when we did this, and we did tap, sweep, turn, 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 why not just do a little hopscotch? Again, it's like another level up. And watch the knees, watch the fitness level, because if you keep jumping up and down and you're not quite there yet. So optional extra, okay? We did this, slide. I did 5, 6, 7. I could just go straight out now, and I could just be going 1. There I go, there's my land, my 1. Okay, and I can cross over here, and I can turn, 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 turn. So in that scenario, I'm going to cross my right foot over. I want to be out, in with the right foot in front because I want to do a left turn. See, now the cross position like we were before, turn, 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 and then step, tap, as you were. Just a little added extra, okay? Now, getting towards the end of our hour, sorry if I've rattled on a little bit, third class today. Spin challenge, intermediates in my class, you will know what happens now. We set a spin challenge for practice, so you're more than welcome to use this. We focused at the beginning on the single leg spins, out and land, okay? Out and land. Take that, practice 60. 6-0, yes, 6-0, or take a salsa song, play it on your Spotify or wherever you take your music from, YouTube, whichever, and see if you can do that throughout the whole 3.5 minute song. Okay, I do this in my intermediate lessons. The guys know the drill. We literally put a whole song on and they will spin consistently. So they'll go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, and 1. Yes, and they'll keep going, keep going, keep going. At least 60 or till the end of the song. So that's my little challenge. I would love you to message me, let me know how you got on. That would be fantastic. That would be really nice actually, because I'll see how you can get on with that. Now, one little tip again before we go. Look at my feet. I'm going to stand on one leg, okay, and I'm going to use my right leg, and I'm going to do a quarter turn to my right, lift, turn. Okay, I'll come a bit closer to the camera. I'm standing on one leg. I lift the weight out of the heel, and I turn. And I turn, okay? So I want to show you that exercise. I'm just going to do it all the way around. This is an exercise. It comes from what we were doing earlier. See, we were doing these. We were raising up and down, and we're working on our leg muscles. Now we do this. Compose ourselves. Take the weight off. Tuck that foot in. Pivot. Pivot. pivot, pivot. Try it. And I want you to try first on your right leg, holding your left leg up, and turn to your right. So you're going to turn the same direction as the leg you're standing on, okay? So from here, turn into your right. Just a little quarter each time, okay? Do the same to the left. Again, you can practice this at home in your own time. Left, get the balance, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, quarter turn, okay? Then I want you to practice going the opposite direction to the standing leg. By the way, this is harder, okay? So stand on the right leg, do the left turns. Completely different feeling, okay? I wasn't balanced. Here we go. Here, and here, and here, and here. Get the idea? Switch onto the left leg, do right turn. So start with the leg going to the same way as you're turning. Do those exercises first, and see if you can get the weight into the one leg and slightly come out the heels, because that's what we're doing in salsa the whole time. We're constantly transferring the weight from one foot to the other. You know, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and the weight is out of the heels. So even if you're dancing in heels as a lady, you're not putting your heel onto the floor unless you're breaking your spin and finishing and putting the brakes on. So you can see I'm in flats, but this would be the position I'd be dancing in anyway. I'd be here. There's never going to be my heels having full weight in them, okay? We see that on the dance floor, the injuries where someone stepped back and the heel of the shoe has gone into some other dancer behind them. Should never happen, okay? Because your foot is only ever as far as underneath your own bottom. So your bottom should touch the bottom of the other dancer well before your heel. So we shouldn't be having this, and it shouldn't ever happen. I know it does, but I always say to my ladies, you should be on the balls of the feet. So if by the odd chance your step is too big and it goes too near to another dancer, there is going to be no weight going in and crashing down on them. They would get a slight graze of your heel of your shoe on their leg, and a slight graze or a slight bruise is far better than an actual stiletto heel launching directly into them. So that's my little bit of advice, health and safety. I appreciate we're running out of time. I hope you've enjoyed these little snippets. I hope it's given you a few ideas. Do keep practicing, pause, rewind, replay. I'm going to start posting lots more of these free sessions on the Fridays. Just subscribe to the channel and I think you get a notification when I put something new up. But basically the Fridays are going to be the free ones. Okay, so these are the ones we're going to do. I've got a cha-cha one starting in about 25 minutes. So we're going to be doing intermediate cha-cha. Okay, a personal favorite of mine is the cha-cha. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will say good night and thank you again. Bye-bye.